Welcome back everybody, Swansea here with another episode of Football Manager 2017 with Swansea City. This is the second episode and boy is it getting exciting. Since last time a 4-1 defeat to Middlesbrough, it's been a mixed bag of results, a rather disappointing 1-1 draw with Bournemouth. We got outplayed. In fact, that's every game apart from the Swindon game we've actually been outplayed, which is rather disappointing. I can't seem to nail on a decent tactic. But yeah, we drew 1-1 against Bournemouth. Bit disappointed, should have done better, but pleased to get a point because we didn't deserve it from the way the game went. The next game, 4-2 win against Swindon. 2 injuries, but they weren't very major. But we did win. It was rather comfortable in the end. There was a bit of a scare when Dean Hammond scored first, but it was a rather comfortable victory. We outplayed them, etc. Then a game against Chelsea, we got absolutely demolished, but we held on. Fabianski and Keane really helped us out in this game. Keane playing as a fullback and Norton on the left, because I was out of fullbacks at the time. Neil Taylor was just coming back from injury, but we had such a defensive performance. All 4 of them were on defensive duties. Cork and Britain were in defensive mids. It was a defensive setup. We actually played a 4-2, 2-1-1, like 2 defensive mids, 2 wingers, but not attacking mids, like right mid, left mid, a central attack mid, and a striker. So a very defensive formation, but we got away with it. We got a 0-0 win away, a 0-0 draw, basically a win against Chelsea. Amazing point to pick up. But then a disappointing 1-0 loss against Leicester. Not so much the scoreline, but more of the way the game went. It was, I think, Leicester 62% possession, about 30 shots, so very disappointing. But then a 3-2 win against Stoke, which again wasn't wholly deserved. Stoke were the better side, unfortunately, but we went 1-0 down really early, fought back in it, and right before half-time we were only 2-1 down. But then in the second half, Llorente came on, scored, and then Gylfi came on, scored a beautiful goal as well. In the absolute last second, Llorente's was a bit of a tap-in, and Gylfi's was a nice shot. But yeah, this episode, I know I said I'd do Leicester, but instead I'm going to do Arsenal and Manchester United, as I think they're big games. I'm also going to go for transfers. I don't know if he's played yet. I don't think he has. So you won't have known who the one other transfer I made in was, but it was here, Josh Murphy, in on a loan with a view to buy him for 10 million, if I think he's good enough. A bit expensive, and I thought they'd want more than 10 million, but yeah, they settled for 10 million. But this is the guy we got pretty fast. If he improves, I'll buy him. If not, I'll just keep him on loan. He might be decent. I'm training him as a striker because I think he could be pretty good there. And we need a fast option, a striker, because I've realised our 2 strikers here, Llorente, pace, acceleration 10, pace 11, and Boya Baston, same 10 or 13, are not very fast. And I tried to sign a fast striker. I tried to get Niassi here, this guy from Everton, very fast, decent composure, decent finishing, decent off the ball, like an alright mediocre striker, but fast, a bit like a good version of Dwight Gale. But unfortunately I could not get a work permit for him. But he'd have been good as another option, a slightly well-rounded Barrow basically. He'd have been nice, but we couldn't get him. Another player we tried to sign, I saw you probably saw, we sold Key for 22 million to Bayern. He was kicking up a fuss, and frankly his wages were, what? Is he on 34k? I can't believe that. He was on like 80k, well no, 75k with us, and he just wasn't good enough for 75k. So yeah, I sold him for 22 million, and provided that he plays like enough games, and 26 million, decent amount. Would have liked a bit more, but couldn't get more. And Fernandez, had a couple of bids in for him, but they were too low. But we tried to get a replacement for Key. We tried to get Hughes, but unfortunately, no, not Mark Hughes. Will Hughes, where is he there? But he went to Tottenham instead, for a bit more than I would have bought. I was going to pay for him. But yeah, I tried to get him, but we didn't quite manage, unfortunately. He would have been a good young English option, a direct replacement. Him and Tielemans would have been the future of our midfield, and it would have been nice to have a bit 2 like younger options that could actually improve, unlike the current squad we got at the moment. Another player we tried to get MV again, but unfortunately his wages were just too high. He wanted 95k, and I just wasn't having it. I can't think of any other transfers I tried to do, apart from I have signed Kalido. He'll be joining in 2 years. He looks pretty decent, but Workers Space on Twitter said he's like the bet, and I saw like a screenshot of his actual attributes, and he looked good enough. So I thought for like 1 million, it's worth a bargain here, 1.2 million, so that's not bad. So yeah, that's quite good. See Fernandez, but it was a really weak offer. It wasn't good enough. I wanted about 17, 18 million for him, and then I would have sold him because we have enough centre backs, and our squad at the moment actually looks as follows. Injuries to Tielemans and Murphy, but it's only about 10 days left on both of them. Yeah, 10 days. We've got a decent squad. It's not as good as like in previous versions of the game, but it's alright. Unfortunately, Lorente and Boya Baston, I just can't figure out how to play with them decently. I'm just not getting rewards from them. But it's going okay. I have been playing 3 different tactics. I've been playing a 4-2-3-1, so imagine Cork's up here. Well, imagine Sigurdsson's up there and Cork's here. But because we're playing Arsenal, I'm playing a bit more defensive. We've also been playing a 4-4-2 diamond. Obviously taking the wingers off, playing Lorente and Boya Baston and then Sigurdsson. Yeah, I'm quite obvious how that works. And a normal 4-4-2, which has actually worked a bit. Hoofing the ball up to Lorente, who headers down to Boya Baston. But for this game, it will be this lineup here. Here's the squad for the first game against Arsenal. I've gone all out on this. Fabianski in goal, Norton, Michael Keane, who's actually been really good, one of the few players I've actually been impressed with. Amat and Neil Taylor. Actually, one thing I did try and do throughout the transfer window was sign a captain, someone with good leadership and good determination, and I just could not find a decent captain to sign. And it will be something I'll try and do in January, because we are seriously, if we look here, new team report tab, and they say left back quality. I think actually that Kingsley is good enough, so I'm not too complained about that. But it's here, this is where the problems start. We've got low decision making, low teamwork, low first touch, low passing, which is a problem. But here, the leadership void, we can try and fix, and that's something I'm hoping to try and fix. Well, that's quite cool. You actually see how many players we've got in each position. 9 strikers, 9 options and strikers. But yeah, we're actually not that good, unfortunately. Unlike in previous versions of FM where Swansea were really good, this time we're not. But a couple of loan players coming back, 1 or 2 of them might stay, sell them, get money, and all we're hoping this season, if I can stay clear of relegation, keep my job, and then really start rebuilding the squad, getting more quality in, yeah, that would be good, would be really helpful. The good thing is we've got a bit of transfer budget left from the Kesey sale. We made a tiny little loss in the transfer, but our finances look okay, and we're just in balance. But yeah, I shall be getting on to the game against Arsenal. Here's the team for today that we're up against. Unfortunately for us, Arsenal appear have gone for a slightly weakened side, as in it will be Fabian, Walcott, Malen, none of like Ozil, Sanchez, which is good for us. Eleni and Coquelin is a very strong defensive midfield partnership, so I'm worried about that. They're back for Johnson, Holding, Piles, Gibbs. Bit weak. Hopefully we can take advantage, and their bench isn't stacked either. Hopefully they're not treating this properly and we can get a decent game. Let's have a quick look. Oh, we can't. I was going to have a look at the opposition, but yeah, actually I can't. Tactics, opposition. Have a quick look at like what's their will be like in the game. Ooh, he's pretty decent actually, considering he's only 20. Let's have a look at Walcott. He's fast still, but not much else. Fabian's alright, but not the best physically. Coquelin, yeah, he's pretty strong. Eleni also pretty hard working. Gibbs is fast still. Oh, that's Jory Johnson. That's not even Johnson. I thought it was. Can't think what he's called now. And there's another Johnson at Arsenal. But yeah, hopefully Rob Holding's clearly, yeah, he's good. Look at him. He's really good actually. I'd be pleased to have him in the side. And Marlon up front is alright. Low composure though. Hopefully that helps us, and not much strength. Maybe we can get something from this. I wasn't expecting such a weakened side to come up against. I've turned goal replay. Oh no, it's still on. Oh yeah, I turned it back on for this game, that's why. But I'm going to move this to key because I'm playing 2 games today. So yeah, Lorente to fair. I'm actually going to skip this and show you a highlight when the next one comes in. Arsenal with a goal kick. Hoofed forward, but luckily Taylor gets there to Cork. Out wide, Routledge has options. Runners forward, but it gets it. It's rebound to Taylor, forward to Lorente. Lorente has nobody to head it onto. And Arsenal have an attack now. It will be into Eleni. Eleni forward to Fabian to Iwobi. Iwobi can use his pace note to Eleni to Fabian. Arsenal are probably going to dominate us in this game, as we've been dominated by just about every other team we've played. It will be, thankfully he misses, but that was quite a close game, chance for them actually. Another goal kick for Arsenal. They seem to be attacking the right flank a lot, although it's only been 7 minutes, so I can't really tell if that means anything yet. Oh, we clear it. To Routledge to Fair. Llorente. Hopefully somebody can run forward. Dyer. Out to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson has Dyer but can't get there. And it's cleared. Thankfully, goalkeeper Fabianski will get there with a flamboyant dive to catch a loose ball. That was slightly excessive. Arsenal have the attack again. It will be cutting inside. He keeps getting inside and takes a shot, but thankfully Fabianski saves. I've been disappointed in the keeper so far in FM17. They do some silly saves, like you saw in the first episode. There was some saves there which really should have saved and just didn't. Llorente has options though. Passes it back to Fair. Fair tackled, but Llorente gets the ball. Routledge into Llorente. Llorente has Dyer in front of him. Pass it. Llorente scores. Beautiful goal. We're 1-0 up against Arsenal. Amazing feeling. We might get somewhere in this cup, which would be good because it'll keep some players at the club. Although it will make the league campaign harder. But I'm hoping the good morale from this will help. We have another chance here, thrown into the box. Cleared only as far as Dyer. Dyer into Routledge. Routledge shoots, but it's blocked actually by Piliers. So we have a corner. Sigurdsson to take. Sigurdsson whips in the ball. Cleared by Gibbs, only as far as Routledge. Tackled. Coquelin has a chance to counter for Arsenal now. Forward to Walcott. Walcott has Iwobi on his side. Passes to him. Iwobi forward to Walcott again. Cleared by Taylor. Only as far as Gibbs. Oh, and the highlight's over. We're currently winning, which is good, and they don't have the stronger side. They've also got a very tired looking side. They probably played for the under-23s on the weekend, which is really good for us. We should be able to win this alright, which would be good for moral and good for morale even, and good overall because it gives us some breathing space from being sacked because we did well in the cup, because we've already reached minimum expectations, which was the third round. Fair with a forward row to Dyer. Beautiful goal, 2-0. I might have to think about starting rest players in a second, but that was lovely. We're going to watch this again actually. We're going to watch the behind goal replay. I didn't show the last one, but I will for this one. Fair skips past this man. Beautiful pass forward. Lofted ball. Dyer just has to hit it. Life left foot. See, Ospina really would have palmed that away in real life. That was a bit of a, I don't know, doesn't feel right to score for like that. Gibbs out wide. Walcott gets the ball in. Who's that? Marlon scores. Their striker actually slagged him off earlier, but well, he has scored. Heading, despite having a low strength, his heading is good enough. Walcott whips the ball in. He's got enough space. He's lost. Who's that? Norton just walked away from him, although to be fair, he was probably on back post duty, but yeah, that's unfortunate. Routledge has the chance now. Forward, out wide to Norton. Can Norton get a good ball in? He can to Dyer. Back to Norton. Norton. Oh, Fabian's got a chance to counter now. Norton's cross was really badly placed. Marlon out to Coquelin. Coquelin out wide to Walcott. Walcott can get a good ball in. Oh, nice save by Fabianski from a header by Iwobi. Winning 2-1 at half time, pretty impressive, although it is a second Arsenal team, so we should be thankful for that. Actually, that's giving us a chance to regress. Routledge isn't looking very good, so I'll take him off, and Norton isn't even looking happy, so I might take him off for Fernandez and move Keane out wide. But yeah, we're into the second half now. So I've made two changes. Britton on for Gylfi, who wasn't having a good game and was looking quite tired, and Routledge off again. Bad game for Montero, like for like swaps basically. Routledge is a bit more of an inside forward, whereas Montero's going to be a winger now, but apart from that, like for like swaps, and the next change will probably be Norton, maybe Amat, but we'll see. Fabianski with a goal kick, but Arsenal have good ball from it. Amat headers it clear. Llorente picks up the ball forward to Leroy Fair. Can Leroy Fair get a good chance? Can he skip past this man again? He can't. It's cleared. Arsenal have a chance to counter here, but Amat gets the ball again. Amat into Keane. Keane has options. Whips it forward to Llorente. Llorente holds the ball up well, but can't get the pass off to Dyer. Britton to Fair. Fair to Dyer. Dyer shoots, scores. Beautiful goal. Second goal of the game. Second assist for Leroy Fair. And we're cruising. Despite not dominating the game quite as we hoped, the second string Arsenal team have really played a fair bit better than us. We are winning. The important stat, 3-1, is in our favour. And it's nice to get a win. The players' morale will get boosted from this, and hopefully we can take this into the game against Man U, which will be right after this. So I've decided to go for the 4-4-2 for the last 10 minutes, just so that Boya Baston can get some game time and hopefully score to boost his morale and get his goal scoring shoes on, so to say. But yeah, that's 10 minutes left now with a 4-4-2. Cork's the one coming off because he looked rather tired. I want to play him against Man U. This does mean we've lost a man in midfield, so we're going to be even more dominated there, but hopefully the fact we're 3-1 up gives us enough cover as Walcott shoots over, and we should see out the game now. Walcott to whip in the corner for Arsenal. Holding Oh, nice double save by Fabianski. Arsenal have really dominated us despite being a second string Arsenal and being very tired, which is rather worrying because every team is just playing better than us at the moment. But hopefully I can find a tactic that solves that. I have been messing around with lots of different variations of different tactics. I've given up on trying to keep possession because that just doesn't work. That's what we tried against Middlesbrough and it was a disaster. Yeah, hopefully, well, that's game over now. Boya Baston's going to get the last few touches. Forward to Llorente. Oh, Llorente scored 4-1 with Boya Baston getting an assist. I hope. Yeah, he did. That'll boost his confidence and get his ratings up, which is really good. He really needs that. Did a nice run to get past this man. Forward to Llorente. I was slagging the pair of them off at the start of the episode, but they've come up big in this game with 2 goals and assist between them. Nathan Dyer and Leroy Fair. Nathan Dyer's actually been really good keeping Barrow out the side with his performances so far, as shown by this game getting 2 more goals. And yet there is full time 4-1 against Arsenal. I shall see you against Manchester United. Bit of social media. The fans seem very pleased about the win, so that's good. Great result, buzzing all week. Can't believe how good we are. More of the same next match. I hope so against Man U. And well, a bit more realistic here. Back up in the next match. Hopefully, Dyer. Everybody's talking about Dyer. Dyer's been amazing. I'm quickly going to show you his form. Here we are. Look at this, 8.6 with a goal, 9.4, 8.1. 3 amazing games where he's like, okay, that was a pre-season friendly, so 2 amazing games where he's really helped us win the games. They were against Swindon and Arsenal, so against weaker opposition maybe, because Arsenal were the second side, but hopefully it's good signs for the future. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a second against Manchester United. Quick update before I play against Man U. We got Crystal Palace in the next round of Cup, which I won't be showing live. But yeah, we have Man U now, and this is the team we're playing against. Man U, very similar team, apart from Montero in for Routledge, and Fernandez in for Amat. Fernandez has been playing slightly better for me. Last game he was a bit tired after the previous weekend, but this, I can't not pick him for this game. The rest of the team actually looks fit enough for this. Nobody's looking really tired. Llorente is just in better form than Boya Baston. Fulton, Britain aren't as good as Cork and Sigerson, so yeah, this is the team I'll be picking, and I'll go into the game. Here's our position today. Very strong side, 4-4-1-1 they're playing. Mkhitaryan and Martial, fast wingers. Mata, very good playmaker. Ibrahimovic, 6 goals in 6 games so far for Man U in the game. Pogba, 5 assists in 6 games. Wayne Rooney's actually a central mid in this, and he's got some decent stats. Actually, he looks very good in this. Very, very good, I must say, even physically, like, he looks good. Wouldn't mind having him at my side. Eric Bailey, Smalling, Damian, Shaw, very strong side that we're up against. Yeah, but I'm going to tell them to pick up where they left off with the 4-1 smashing of Arsenal. Here's shaking hands with Jose Mourinho. Look at me, that's me by the way with a white shirt. Man U have a chance here. Luke Shaw on the left hand side into Rooney. Rooney forward to Mata. Mata out to Pogba. I think after this episode, next episode, I'm going to move it to 2D because I'm getting fed up with the players doing silly things, and I can actually see it in this, whereas in 2D you just can't see it. Martial cuts inside, he's got a good foot on him, luckily he scoops it over. Man U with another chance here. Luke Shaw into Martial. Martial into the box, whips it in. Mkhitaryan scores. I did mention the 2 of them at the start of the game. Fast, very good. Unfortunately they scored. So clearly this game isn't going to be as easy as the game against Arsenal. It looks like we're going to get demolished. Nathan Dyer cutting in, nearly assisted Mata, but Fabianski actually made a save then, and it was a good save at that. There was a patch this morning. Maybe they fixed something in keepers, I don't know. Although saying that, the last game against Arsenal, their keeper, Ospina, did a dreadful save, so don't know what it is. But Man U have another chance here. Mkhitaryan into Pogba. Pogba's got options out to Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan can use his pace. He's got amazing off the ball, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 17, some good work rate, etc, etc. Mata with the ball now. Into Pogba. Pogba to Rooney. Rooney, it's weird seeing him in deep. We really should try and exploit the fact they don't have any decent defensive midfielders on the pitch. Pogba's tackling is good, but he'll try and run forward all the time, and they've scored again. This is devastating. I'm going to change the tactic. This is what we're going with now. 4-4-2. I've simply moved Sigerson forward and moved Montero and Dyer back. So Sigerson's actually going to be an advanced forward, which is an interesting position for him. But he can kind of do it. He's got finishing, composure off the ball, and he's a very good player anyway. So yeah, Hopefully we can get some goals by hoofing the ball up to Llorente, who headers it down to Sigurdsson to score. Bit of a Fellaini-esque plan. Never another chance, sorry I missed it. Mkhitaryan had a corner, whips it in again. Martial scores 3-0. We're being demolished. I mean, this is just devastating. Not going to say anything. So that was clearly a mistake. I put Sigurdsson back in midfield. Now I'm not going to move him back because we're already losing 3-0, so it doesn't really matter. Man, you have another attack. Pogba to Mata. Mata for Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic has options out wide, shoots from distance, hits the post. Fabianski clears it out to Llorente. Llorente doesn't have too many men on him, but is tackled by Eric Bailey. Bailey into Smalling, and that's the highlight over. Taylor has a throw in deep in their half, can't get it in, but he gets the second ball. Back to Fair in the centre now. Back to Cork. Cork has options. Sigurdsson turns his man, shoots forward. Llorente scores 3-1. We're back in this. We're gonna get a win. We're not even gonna draw, but hopefully we can make it less embarrassing for ourselves. That was a nice, well-worked goal, and hopefully more of the same, please. I've made one change. I've taken Cal Norton off for Amat and moved Keane as the full-back and moved him on a defensive duty. Basically, Cal Norton was having a terrible game, 6.1 as you can see there, so I had to take him off. We have an attack now. Fernandez out to Taylor, into Cork. Cork to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson out wide. That was a nice ball, Montero. You can get a good ball in. Llorente's put it just over. That was a sitter, as the commentator said. But Montero's just saved himself a substitution with that because that was a really good cross. Man U have an attack here. Mkhitaryan into Pogba. Pogba has options. Is he going to get a nice run forward? But Fabianski saves it, thankfully. I'm going to make a change. I can't think who to take off though. Might make it a 4-4-2 by taking off Cork or Fur, mainly Cork, and putting Boya Baston up front. In fact, I'll do that quickly now. Two changes. Cork has come off for Baston, who's going to be my advance forward, and I've also put Barrow on for Dyer. Dyer wasn't having the best of games, and Barrow hopefully his pace is 20 pace, is it? Yeah, 20 pace, 18 acceleration, and a bit of flair. Can get something down that right hand side and narrow down the scoreline. We are leaving ourselves open a bit with, only two central midfielders. The wingers pushed up a bit and two strikers. It is going to be a bit harder. But yeah, hopefully we can get something in these last few seconds. We have a last ditch chance, although it's probably going to come to nothing. Boya Baston shoots. Montero just wide, unfortunately. 3-1 will be then scoreline. Not the worst of scores, but we did lose, which is rather disappointing. In fact, it is quite a bad scoreline, 3-1. But we did beat Arsenal in this episode, so a mixed bag of results. I can't fault them. Nope. I can't. They did give it everything, and we are sitting 14th at the end of the day, 5 points. The win against who was it? Stoke, I believe, keeping us in very good stay. Clearly, Man U did dominate us. Everybody's been dominating. Norton should have done all right. Can't ask for more. Wait, what? Don't know why he's saying that. Sigurdsson was flawless. I guess the fact that we played all right despite losing might have meant something. But yeah. We're not doing well on possession front, we're really not. In fact, let's have a quick look at what the boards say. What is it? Club philosophies. Possession football, they are not happy. Yeah, they really are not happy with that. But despite the disappointment and the lack of possession football, they're happy enough with my general management. 52% is not bad, and I'm quite pleased with that. In the next episode, when I'll see you next, it won't be against Crystal Palace. This would be an interesting game. Man City and Liverpool. Unless we have an interesting Europa League quarter-final round then, I think Man City and Liverpool will be the next episode, because all Tottenham, we'll see what the Premier League's looking like around then, and I'll play the teams who are doing best out of those three. Yeah, that should be a bit of fun. In fact, Man City and Liverpool, because we all know what Tottenham are like, but Man City, you gotta play them. They're one of the best teams in the world at the moment, with Pep Guardiola and Sané, Sterling, Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne, some amazing players. So yeah, that'll be the next episode, and I'll see you again. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed. Please tell me, are you enjoying Football Manager 2017? Who are you managing? How are you doing? Have you found a good tactic? If you have, leave it in the comment section, I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much, and goodbye.